I'm the third speaker for the negative team. My task is to rebut the opposing side's case and bring ours to a decisive close. Our team applies a simple 3 threshold test for justified censorship. Art crosses the line if it inflicts direct harm, be that psychological trauma or incitement for violence, if it violates fundamental human rights, religious dignity, cultural identity, or sexual safety, or if it damages public well-being by spreading hatred, harassment, or dangerous misinformation. You've heard our first 2 speakers show each of these thresholds breached. I will weave those examples together and prove why the motion that art should never be censored cannot stand. First, I'll move to address the affirmative side's rebuttals to demonstrate the success and ethical necessity of proportionate censorship. My team agrees art and expression are vital freedom, yet freedom never shields creators from predictable consequences. When harm is foreseeable, principled limits, call them censorship, become essential. This isn't authoritarianism, it's a community choosing safety and justice over chaos. Rebuttal 1, Sally Mann's immediate family. Society's answer is firm in most parts to do with children. A 6-year-old cannot sign away a lifetime of exposure. Yet Sally Mann's images in her piece immediate family freeze intimate, vulnerable moments and project them onto a permanent public stage. This is a question of consent, power imbalance, and exploitation. And society's answer is firm. When subjects are children, parental rights do not erase a child's right to privacy. We heard the affirmative note existing child protection rules and try to claim that these were a form of moderation without censorship. They brought up age ratings, museum guidelines, consent forms, and insist that those aren't censorship, when in fact, we stand in strong opposition to this. They are in fact censorship. Examples of blurred faces on the news, PG labels on violent films, a quiet line society is drawn to keep kids safe. They prove our argument that proportional censorship is woven into everyday life, and it protects the vulnerable that need protection. The opposition say there's no proven harm for this work, and we think that child protection law should not wait for bruises. When artistic freedom collides with a child's right to safety, duty of care must prevail. Remember, digital images and art created never disappears. Mann's children should never have been photographed and uploaded like this. On the negative team, we argue that Mann's children's need for protection was higher than Sally Mann's need for artistic expression. Rebuttal 2, Johnny Somali. Johnny Somali's pranks essentially harass strangers on the street. We as a society can't just look away from this. His content was not abstract art, it was recorded abuse. We heard our opponents ask, if we censor this, where does the censorship end? Our group believes it ends at a clear distinction of moderating violence on social media platforms. Johnny's platform ignored this abuse until he ended up jailed in South Korea for a prank gone wrong. Real people in this case were stalked and harmed. After Logan Paul's 2018 Suicide Forest video, YouTube removed the clip, suspended his ad revenue, and introduced stricter rules on dangerous prank. The creator apologized, his behavior changed, and copycats were deterred. Moderating such content is protective, not oppressive. Proof that proportionate intervention reduces harm without extinguishing creativity. The opposing side said platforms should not get involved in single creator battles. But when algorithms promote videos that are shocking, and if companies don't step in, it's not giving people liberty and freedom, it's rewarding bad action and being complicit in the harming of society. Rebuttal 3. Charlie Hebdo twice depicted the Prophet Muhammad in his magazine, a figure Muslims forbid portraying on the cover. In France, the Muslim community is a community that already faces profiling, and this satire is punching down, not up. Opponents brought forth the point that restricting political satire is dangerous, and cartoonists aren't responsible for extremism. Our side notes that the murders were terrorism, full stop, but praising the cartoonists ignores context. When satire repeatedly targets a minority under pressure, it normalizes prejudice. Democracies already have systems which limit libel and hate speech. Drawing the line here is an ethical question, not an Orwellian one. The law already recognizes limits. The European Court of Human Rights hold that speech may be restricted when it foments hate or threatens public order. Satire is protected, but incitement of a community is not. Conclusion: responsibility over absolutism. Across Sally Mann's exposed children, Johnny Somali's harassment, and Charlie Hebdo's punch-down cartoons, one truth emerges: art wields real power, and predictable harm demands principled limits. We're not banning discomfort or dissent, we are demanding accountability. Platforms must moderate abuse. Editors must weigh impact. Artists must protect the vulnerable. Absolute freedom sounds noble, but it gives artists a license for cruelty, one which we don't have in our everyday, and one which should apply to every single person. So we invite viewers to affirm this nuanced position, celebrate bold creation, protect critique and dissent, yet retain the moral courage to intervene when foreseeable harm looms. That is the mature democratic path. Thank you.